sir. The Lancers have gone into action. Try and catch them on the side. You can flank them, sir. Yeah, straight into the cavalry here. Charge again, lads. Get in there. Lancers. Yes, they go. That's a monstrous shot, sir. My compliments to the chef. My compliments to the chef. That is a barrage of epic. Greetings and welcome to episode 146 of my Empire Total War Dark Mod USA campaign. And this, my friends, have left last time where we've got a terrific battle on our hands here. Baghdad is fully sieged here by an extraordinary amount of Persian forces here. 4,470 in the initial assault army, followed up by nearly 4,000 additional troops. The vast majority of Qizilbashi musketeers here. Now, as you can see, not the finest in terms of the statistics, but the sheer quantity amount here. They've also brought in a lot of 24-pounders as well. Lancers, which are an absolute brute in the charge. And of course, they've got the camel gunners here as well. They've brought in a full general as well. Quite an experienced general as well, by the looks of it. And also this reserve force, probably to try and finish the job. Now, the council have said, Mali, hold what you can, do the damage you can here to this Persian force. And once this Battle of Baghdad is over, pull out, get the force out of there. And I'm going to agree. I'm going to pull back. We're going to take the council's advice, pull out of here, move back up into the Ottomans, try and deal with the Ottomans if we can here, and then come back at a later date to deal with the Persians. Probably pulling forces from Ankara to do so. Probably these forces here that are moving towards the Ottoman forces settlements here, we'll probably use them to strike, probably send us an army group down here, and also some from the Middle East as well, from Jerusalem, from Syria itself. We're going to do that. But you can see, ours don't have a lot in terms of the sort of defence in depth on the walls. We've got a lot of cavalry, which will, of course, try and do as much damage on the outside of the walls, try and negate these lancers here. We do have additional cavalry coming in terms of Zamindari horsemen and the cavalry gunners, camel gunners here. There's some Israelis here, some Levi. So not the massive, but this is the force really is going to give us a lot of trouble here. And let's not be under any illusions here, my friends. We are in a bit of a fight here. Let's do this. The first battle of Baghdad for a very, very long time. It's going to be a real tough fight. This is very, very tough fight here, but we've got to do as much damage as possible. We've got some howitzers though, and I've got to watch out for that friendly fire. So I have been instructed by the council to watch the friendly fire and indeed to alter our sort of shots we use. Well, we've got a lot to discuss as well, as you could probably have seen from the introduction. We've got a lot to do here. Oh, look at that. Now, we've got 24 pounders outside here, which is just not going to do here at all. As you can see which way they're going to be coming in from. So they'll be facing along this way here. There's going to be a lot of them. So we're going to make sure the centre and this sort of left flank is secure. We'll also have probably the provincial scouts on the left here. Let's pull these guns in here. Let's make sure we've got everything we need inside. Only the cavalry on the outside. Can we hide the cavalry in here? That would be an absolute boon. No, we can't, sir. But we shall use the cavalry to its maximum potential here. We're not going to have them out here like this because we don't want to run into the teeth of the Persian force. What we want to do is to have them attacking en masse. So just this mailed fist that'll just hit really, really hard. We've got the general here, whom we are going to be leaving inside. I think we'll have the general here. Protection of this here, but we might have guns coming on in pretty brutally here. But we've got plenty of artillery ourselves, as you can see here. Now, the howitzers here are going to prove pivotal in the defence. So let's just make sure we've got them set up here. Bring them under our control. And we've also got the artillery, which we'll just set back slightly here. And again, we've got shrapnel shot, which will prove again pivotal there, sir. That's more like it. Got them coming in here, so we've got this sort of double layer here. We've got the howitzers, which will be firing into full effect. Now we've got. Now where's the shrapnel shot going to fall? Now, shrapnel shot is going to fall here. Now, the friendly fire from the last episode was pretty brutal, and that was entirely my fault. We've got to be very, very careful what we're doing here. We've also got... Now, shrapnel shot has got a very, very short range. Look at the range here for the shrapnel shot, but once they walk within that range, we're going to unleash that upon them. At the moment, we're going to have a long... Oh, look at that. Look at the depth here of the fire here. Wonderful, sir. Now... let's organise our defences here, because it's going to be a pretty brutal fight here. Let's not make any bones about it. Now, I think we have the provincial scouts guarding the left flank here of this wall. As you can see, there's only 90 of them. Oh, look at that. But they've got a wonderful shot on them. They really do have that. So let's bring all of these gentlemen here into the parade ground. Let's see what we have at our disposal. Now, thankfully, all of our regiments are at full capacity. As you can see here. We're just going to organise ourselves properly here now. Let's see what we've got. We've got, look at that, they're guerrillas. We'll just put them here for the moment. That doesn't mean they're going to stay here, but look at that. They could fight outside the walls here, but that wouldn't do us any good, to be honest with you. They were going to be far more effective inside. For the regiment of infantry. We don't have a huge amount of infantry at our disposal, as I said before. Primarily, it's mainly cavalry. Probably not the best in terms of defensive force, but still, we've got to work with what we've got here. No point in complaining, my friends, because that will not get us anywhere. Now, I think we'll set up a strong defensive frontal force, and also on the right-hand flank here. We don't have those extended defences aren't there, which is a little bit of a menace. But let's. Do we have any very combat experience ones? We do here. We have this regiment right at the vanguard of the defence here. Look at that. Beautiful. There they are. Look at that. Standing proud, sir. Now, we also have cannon at our disposal on the flanks here as well. We shall have this regiment guarding this particular flank here. No, gentlemen, no. That's perfect. We shall have another regiment on this particular flank here. Perfect. So we've got 3 regiments up here. Now, we've got 3 additional regiments. We can probably completely cover this flank here as well with those 3 regiments. Actually, let's set this force here. guarding the centre. Another regiment here, which will be guarding a particular flank here. And then, last but not least, is this regiment here. Now, they might try and outflank us here, so what we might do, I'm going to keep the provincial scouts along here. Another regiment of provincial scouts along here. We can stretch them out as far as we can here. Have the guerrillas down here, but on the proviso that they will actually be used as sort of to hold off any flanking. They try and get into the rear of us. Generals sound safe and sound here. It's going to be a difficult fight. This is going to be a brutal fight. Now we've got a mass of cavalry here. So what we are going to do is we're going to hit them with a real hard mail fist here. All 6 of our cavalry is going to be moving en masse. We've got to really hit them hard, but they might come for us. So we're going to try and bait them into an assault, an attack here. Let's begin this battle, my friends. We've got a lot going on here. And we've also got reinforcements coming in here. That's a beautiful sight, sir. There's the Lancers. There's the Lancers. Oh, look at that. That's an absolute wonder. Gentlemen, this is not a Sunday stroll. Let's get ourselves set fair here for a battle of epic magnitude. Here they come, here they come. This is indestructible here, so we're fine here. 35% already here. 49%, we're gonna have to so we're going to try and hit this wall pretty hard here. Here they come. Into them, lads. Oh my goodness me, look at that. They've taken through that wall and that. Into them, lads. Let's get in there, lads. Pull back. That's an order. Oh, look at that. We slammed into them there. Don't you dare. Back, gentlemen, back. Excellent, lads. This cavalry's proved absolutely pivotal here. God, what a battle this has been. We absolutely blitzed this fort. Look at the cavalry in there, sir. What a wonder. Held strong, sir. Oh, they've come in right in behind us there. Let's pull them out. Look at those lances, they took a right thrashing, sir. That was a real monstrous fight. If that's the state of what's to come. Look at that, we've absolutely mauled them here. Come on, Jamie. They've broken, we've got them. Take that. What a counter crash here. Good grief, what a fight this has been. I mean, this has just been absolutely stupendous. Got them. Oh, look at that, with absolute barricade. That's a wonder. That is an absolute wonder. Oh, we've taken them to the sword here. Into those camel gunners, please, gentlemen. Thank you. We've breached the walls, but my goodness, we look at that fight that's been there. We've given a real clash here, sir. This cavalry has paid for itself thrice over. Let's get them, lads. It's just a swarm of cavalry. Oh, the pikemen, we've got to be very careful here. Of the pikemen, this is going to be a brutish fight there. Ooh, got more Samandari horsemen here. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. This fortress has been absolutely smashed to smithereens. We've held, sir. Oh, that's more like it. Look at that right up there. Oh, we've obliterated them there. Oh, that's a wonder. That is a wonder to see. As soon as they're within range, we're going to absolutely blitz them. Come on. As soon as they're within range, we're going to absolutely hit them with them. This cavalry has paid for itself thrice over, my friends. Believe me, that was a wonder. And they've come back. That's okay. That's alright. Hit them with everything we got here. Come on. What a fight. Oh, not moving. Perhaps not. Into them, lads. Don't give them an inch. Of course they're losing combat, sir. Sure if we can flank them. Steady, lad, steady now. Into them, lads. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Here come those reinforcements. That's a lot of them, sir. They don't like it. They don't like it, sir. Oh, that's a beautiful shot right there. Steady, steady now. Let's get in on them. All hands on deck. The cavalry's gonna collapse. They've had enough. My goodness me, they fought so bravely, that cavalry. Now it's hand to hand. Let's pull these gentlemen down off the walls here. Now it's hand to hand fighting. Last resort. Last resort. Prepare to fire! We've got to do this, even if it's on our own men. We've got to fire! First rank, fire! Second rank, fire! Third rank, fire! Get them down on the floor. Let's get them down on the floor here. If they break through, we're going to go all in here with canister shot. Move it, gentlemen. Don't dawdle. Oh, good grief, look at the mount. Push them back, lads. We've got to do it. Let's go, lads. Back. The last reserves. This is it. This is it. This is all we have. They've got too many. The sheer quantity is broken us here. They've got so many troops. My goodness me! Look how many are dead here. They've thrown everything they've got here. The Baghdad might fall. My damn, we've given them a damn good hiding here. We really have. Oh, look how many are trying to get in here. It's a ridiculous amount. They've got enough, sir. Get in there, lads. Sir. This is brutal, absolutely brutal. Sorry for the noise in the background, my friends. Move the channel up. Any noise in the background, you might perhaps know who that might be. Take the gunners out. We'll take as many as we can with us. As many as we can are going to go with us. Oh, the general died. Send them in. Let's send them in. God, they're sending everything they can in here. They're trying to really break the defences here. Look at this. What a staunch defence, sir. Staunch defense. It's been an absolutely monstrous fight. The artillery right up to here. I'm going to try and hit them now with the canister shot. We're throwing everything we can into them here. Come on, let's hook those up there quickly. Hold on, lads. Hold on. We're still pushing them back. Alimba! Alimba! If they want this, they're going to have to really fight for it. Sorry about that, my friends. Will we hold? Just gotta wait here. If they come through, we're gonna absolutely blast them with shrapnel shot. My goodness, what a fight this has been. I think we've just got too much here for us, to be honest with you. Push back, lads. The pikemen again stuck in now, and they're brutes, the pikemen. Don't hide behind me. me, what a fight this has been. Look at it. It's an absolute bloodbath. I've never seen a fight like this in a long, long time. Since we've had a fight of this magnitude, my goodness me. They have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at this. Everything. In there, lads. It's so tight. This is such a tight fight. My goodness me. Lads, charge! Oh, we fought so bravely here. They have fought so bravely here, these troops. My goodness me, we've been outnumbered. Look at the death toll here for this city. My goodness me, they've paid a heavy price. Think of this, one US army has done all of this, it's destroyed nigh on 2 full of almost 8,000 Persian forces have been killed by just an army of 2,500 Americans. That's the combat we're talking about here. They're still holding me. Stay, lads, steady now. Oh, they just outgunned us here. They just outgunned us here. There's just been too much, way too much here. Sheer, that is quantity over quality, without a shadow of a doubt. That's the one example there you've got of that happening. And this is the first defeat we've had for a very, very long time in any theatre. And that's because they just absolutely outgunned us here and outnumbered. They outnumbered us. But my goodness me, we made them pay. We made them pay. Oh, look at that. They've gone. Get in there, lads. One last hurrah. it's the Kurobashi musketeers that have really pushed it through. Because the sheer number you get there, look at that, we've absolutely made them pay a terrible price for this city. Valiant defeat, my goodness me, that was a tough fight. Wow. We haven't faced a fight like that in a long, long time. Look at that, they lost 5,000 men. Look at the cuirassiers, look at that, the cavalry did a fantastic job there. But it just wasn't to be, my friends. That was just too much for us there, way too much. Now we've got to really hunker down here because the Persians really have taken a that's a big. Look at that, everything upgraded for them. That's our first defeat in a many a year. What about Spain now? Spain are reinforcing the front lines here. Sweden now. Oh, look at that. They've even taken the Isles there. Some of the council telling us we should really take the fight here to the Swedes because they're going to become a menace here. Looks like they're going to take Britain. No way. Not a chance. Come on out, Britain. Don't fold here. Don't fall apart. Dagestan, Courland, Greece, Norway. Now, as you saw in the introduction, we've got a number of things now, because we've had a battle now at the start here, my friends. Yeah, we've lost that. Oh, look at that. We've got one in Syria here, so we're going to keep an eye on things.
Your orders?
Going to keep an eye on the Persians here, because we've lost what's going on here, but looks like look at that immediately moving down here. We are going to move across the desert, the Syrian desert here, and move across to see what's going on. But we are not going to be caught on the hop here at all. Of that, I can promise you. Got guard armies here somewhere. Looks like we're going to have to African infantry regiments. We got there it is there. Right, we're going to start really increasing our we're going to start recruiting quite heavily here now, and we're going to have cuirassiers. Oh, look at that, that's shrunk down a lot. That's because Britain has been hit there. One of the British trade ports has been hit. Let's just watch what we're doing here a minute now. So a strike in Finland. Well, if they want to rebel, then we'll oblige. Now,
Sir.
I believe all of these gentlemen are being replenished. Indeed they are. We need to take this fight here with the Russians here. We are not going to be allowing... Look at that, we've captured pretty much all of Scandinavia is almost under our control here. Now is this army being replenished? Indeed it is. The fighting for Finland was pretty brutal there. We've got them pretty much sealed off here. There's a lot of Russian forces here, but look at that, the Russians are moving in forces. You know, the council has expressed concern about these forces moving in here. Now we are going to be dividing the Russian front into two. As you've probably seen from the introduction, General Cromer and General Ernock will be in charge of the north and sort of the north and south of these Eastern Front. We also have the Spanish front is going to be divided into two as well, Northern and Southern Front as well. We've also got the German front, which is going to be not divided up, but we have one single command of that. But that includes, that command will also be responsible for taking and dealing with Italy. You know, we are at peace with Italian states, however we are at war with Naples. Moria and Patras, we've actually seen a call from some of the council to actually increase our sort of infrastructure and our spending within Patras as well, as in a staging area. Also, we're going to definitely have to still increase here, but also we're going to be moving in and dealing with the rest of these Ottoman forces, because we need now to quite clearly need to free up these forces, deal with these last bastions here of Ottoman power within the sort of the Middle East, and then we can focus our forces, these forces here, upon the Middle East. As you can see, now the Persians have taken Baghdad, their influence is spread. We've also going to be setting up a brand new command for the subcontinent. It's in India. This is going to be the staging area for it. We're going to send in two battle groups here, two battle groups as it were. Look at that. There's the first one. There is the first battle group. And straight away we're going to deal with this force here. We let's look at that. We've got to be cut off there. So straight away we're going to deal with this force here. This is the first battle group that's entering the subcontinent. American power is now going to be absolutely... Look, we didn't lose a single one there. What have they got there? What's that? Fourth rate ship of the line. No, we're not interested in that. We'll take the money. Now that trade route is open. It's more like it. Now we're going to set these gentlemen into here. Get them fully replenished. Now we're going to, that's our first battle group within the subcontinent. So we're going to start extending now the US power here into the subcontinent. We're going to take the fight to the Mughal Empire here. It's going to be a huge fight. It's going to require probably at least 4, maybe 5 army groups here. It's going to be a completely amphibious assault, which is probably going to be a 3-pronged assault moving in from Afghanistan. Of course, we've got Naples here up here, so we've got all our enemies in pretty much one group. So it's going to be an attack probably into Sindh here. Nirun Kot here is going to be one of our first attacks, moving into from Karachi here, and moving down into Gujarat here, Ahmedabad. And then we're going to move in another one here, attack into Satara, which is Bijapur, and another one moving in from here and moving in from Mysore. So effectively using Bay of Bengal in this instance as a sort of a backstop, pushing in from a 3-pronged assault here and attacking maybe in a 4-pronged assault with an army group possibly moving into the Calcutta Bengal region here, and then sweeping along the sort of the coast here, the sort of the dare we say the sort of the eastern coast along here, and meeting up here and trying to take Hyderabad here, which is going to be an absolutely brutal fight. Now, of course, we do have this. We do have this. We could probably send out. We do have spies in situ here. We do. What's in Mysore? Let's have a quick look here. Mysore is quite heavily defended here, but look at that. They are starting to have some attrition here. Or are they? No, they're not. No, they. I mean, let's be honest here. They are making an absolute fortune here. Mind you, we have hit them pretty hard in terms of our ability to raid their trade lines. But look at this coming in here. 5,760 here. That's increased quite a bit here. We've opened up this trade line here. Another battle group will be moving in. It's going to require 3 generals to lead this assault. We've lost Mesopotamia, but and it's but a. That's okay. We'll deal with that. General was lost on the front. We lost our entire army. We're also going to be recruiting a great deal of our troops. We're going to be recruiting for the subcontinent assault. It's going to be coming from the homeland. Everything else here must be earmarked for the battle against the Russians and the Germans. Now, there's been a great debate of what we do with Germany and indeed France. Now, France, of course, is a staunch ally of the Germans. Now, if we move against the Germans, which we're probably going to do, they have again been some debate within the council about what we should do. Should we attack Germany or should we leave it alone? When you look at the size of this, they've effectively clustered all of their forces around Klausenberg here, Transylvania. Now, why is this army not at full strength? What is going on here? Just the general here, well, that's absolutely fine. We've also got the forces. Now, there has been a call. We could actually pull forces away from here to deal with this. We do need to know what's going on here. That we don't be completely blind in terms of what we got here. Mind you, look at this. They've been absolutely hit here. The Ottomans have been hit pretty hard here, but it looks like they have. Mind you, the Greeks are taking a bit of a pounding as well. We've hemmed in these here, but we do need more ships, more battle groups. Oh, good grief! Look at this. This admiral must be earmarked here for the subcontinent. That's a heck of a force right there. Let's increase the battle groups we've got going here. Venice, of course. Now the Venetian sort of assault that I was planning to do, that's not going to be taking place because, as many of the council said, the cost to take Venice would far outweigh what we'd actually gain from it. So we're going to hold off on Venice here, just holding a small defensive force around Vorarlberg here. That force there, a wonder. Also calling for us to retrofit many of the armies within the homeland as well, and also to deal with the last native Indian force here in the Black Hills Plains Nation, which we're going to be doing, but also to retrofit many of these forces. Look at this, they've still got 12 pounders and that, so we're going to have to start really ramping up production, especially if we're going to take the fight to the fight. Actually, we could probably move this army out. In fact, that's a mind you, again, retrofitting here is going to be absolutely crucial before we do anything else. So cuirassiers are going to be recruited and trained. As most we can get here. We're going to start putting together quite the force here from the States, from North America, and indeed South America. We've also got New Mexico, which is of course at full strength here. More cuirassiers, more line infantry. I don't think we've got any more specialties we can really throw at this either. The long riflemen are excellent troops. Sweden, we've got the Swedish force. We're trying to build a force here. Oh, look at that!
Yes.
Yeah, they're being replenished as well. That was again, but we are going to take the fight here. But we also need to deal with the Ottomans. We've got a huge amount to do. We're going to hold the ground here for the moment. She might move in, but we've got to be careful. How is this army here? It's decent strength. I think this garrison can hold. I think we might push. Look at that. We might push down in here. We've got this river though blocking us, so we couldn't actually cross. The only reason we can cross is here, and that means fighting across this crossing here at the Dugava farmlands. And they've dug in quite well with mortar as well, and they could easily move. Do they have anything with Courland? Their trade partners are called. They're allies with Courland as well. So it means they can move through Courland's territory, but they can't cross here either. Oh yes, they can. I do beg your pardon. Cross the bridge.
Sir.
But of course we can't cross because we don't have a thing. So that means we'd have to move across here and use this crossing here, leaving Riga open. We've also got this garrison here in St. Petersburg, and we've got troops already in Estonia here. So again, we've got to be careful. We do need additional troops to be ferried in. We've got a huge amount to do here. That fight we just took then is going to consume a huge amount of our time there. Again, we need more and more troops here because we just need to reinforce the Spanish front here as well. It's not enough. I mean, look at Spain. It's got just a gigantic amount of forces. It really is scary how much they've got. Look at that. My goodness me, it's absolutely eye-watering the amount of Spanish troops here. And they've still controlled northern Italy as well, and all the Paris. Paris is absolutely packed to the rafters. I mean, Madrid is heavily defended. Gibraltar is packed as well. They've even got forces down here guarding the Cartagena here as well, which is absolutely unbelievable. We don't have enough, quite frankly, to defend against this Spanish force. So to that end, we have to put the force together here. Additional forces here. Let's move them up. We're going to need an additional general. Now, the promotions that were put in at the start of this introduction to this episode, my friends, they will be introduced next episode. Whenever we have a fight to start with, we wait until the next turn where we don't have a fight. I think we will send these agents out here. We need to just gather some intel here, what's going on. And also further behind the Russian lines as well. This force here is just loitering with intent, but I think we might use it to really drive hard against the Germans. Look at that incredibly combat experience. I think we're going to move against the Germans next turn. Next episode, I beg your pardon. Reinforce here. We just need to here. What have we got coming out of here? We've got horse grenadiers. We do need some more line infantry here. And we're also going to start pulling some more troops in from the homeland as well for definite. That means probably evacuating some of these forces as well and pull them into the theatre. I know that some of the council are a bit wary of what's happening in terms of, like, this army can probably move to the western front as well. I know some of the council are a bit wary about if we get attacked by Spain in the homeland, and that is a potent reminder of what we've got to be careful of here. But look at that. They managed to move into there quite aggressively, didn't they? And they got some pretty good units, but look at that. They just simply outgunned the British. The British couldn't hold that there. Hopefully they can hold Hispaniola here. and the Bahamas, because we don't want to be inserting ourselves in another war and dealing with Sweden. We've got Poland as well. We've got forces included in Poland as well, which we have. Yes, here they are.
Sir. Ready for
They can join this army here, this force here.
Troops forward.
And actually, as though the council's saying that we need to be wary here of France. If France if we declare war on Germany and they move on German side, then what we don't want is France pushing through. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this force here onto this front here to guard against it.
March. Yes, sir.
So we're going to pull and maybe have an army group on this flank here, just protect this flank, especially in Warsaw. We've got so much to do, but I think our next task is to actually start clearing Ankara so we can got these forces free. Is this army being replenished here? Why isn't it being replenished? Why? And let's bring that up to full strength as well. This army here, I think we're going to have moving. We're going to move immediately here against Armenia. Oh, look at that! They're going to be defending it for them. Look at that! Oh, look at this! I tell you what, the Persians are up for a fight.
Yes.
Just surrender. Just surrender. Yes. Fallen under American control immediately. Armenia is captured now. Oh, look at this! My goodness me, they've got some forces here. Jeepers creepers, balls of fire! That is a. They are coming for a fight. My goodness me, we've got to pull out of here. My word, that is extraordinary. The amount of firepower the Persians have is staggering. We have got to be very wary here, incredibly wary. We got here in terms of navy. Rocket ship bomb catch. I think we can also can we increase here? No, we can't. So we need that freed up. So we're going to free up this. We need this Port Anatolia up here. Right, we're going to deal with these gentlemen next. And that, my friends, is going to be the fight for next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. I know that fight took up a huge amount of time, but you know, I thought for a chance we might be able to hold them off there, but the sheer magnitude of that army there, they effectively committed nearly 10,000 men up against just a force over just over 2,500. We did a terrific amount of damage, but they just overran us. It's impossible. We're going to need a huge force to deal with Persia. It's going to be a brutal fight there again, my friends, and we are stretched to the limits. So we have to start pulling some forces away from the homeland as well. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. As always, please keep your comments coming down below. They've been absolutely incredible. You will probably see next episode. Well, since we've got this fight, I know that you've seen on the introduction here how I split the forces up, but we will start reorganising those forces properly next episode. This fight shouldn't take us too long. As you can see, this army really has taken a real thrashing here. Look at that, only down to two Circassian armoured cavalry here, so we're going to deal with these quite quickly. That's probably the best regiment they have there, is Grenadiers, but we're going to deal with these quickly, rid ourselves of this force here, push back the Ottomans once and for all, and then we're going to take the fight to the Persians. And then we're going to start reorganising our fronts on what you see. The new generals we put into place, the promotions will be put into place, my friends, and then we'll start to really kick things into gear. Germany will be probably assaulted next episode. I know some of the council members might not be happy with that, but I hope you can understand our reasoning for it. We need to do something about some of these armies, because some of these nations are growing in power, and the Persians are far more powerful than I even imagined they would be. As you can see, they are absolutely brimming with forces. If they wanted to come and take Ankara, they would probably give us a damn good shout for it. So we have to be very on our toes here. But anyway, as always, please keep those comments coming down below. Your tactics, your plans, your strategies, particularly how to deal with the Persians. How do we deal with the Persians here, my friends? We can't really afford to ship in brand new units unless they're coming from the homeland. But on the same token, I really wanted to put a force together, a really very powerful invasion force for the subcontinent, but that's gonna take a huge amount of planning and a massive amount of money. And the number of forces we're talking about here to try and take the subcontinent from the Mughal Empire is going to be staggering. It really is. Maybe the biggest we've ever seen. But anyway, friends, whatever you're doing, please be safe. And until next time, bye for now.